Hey guys, we're back for a second, or our second installment of, I guess for lack of a better term, of Transformers Rise of the Beast review. We realized that the first one was a lot longer than we thought it was going to be, and in order for me to get all of the commentary I want to about the plot in, we decided to split this video up into 3 sections. So this is the second, obviously. If all goes well, this should be coming out on June the 22nd. We debated whether or not that we were going to wait and do a more consistent upload schedule with these videos, where we release like once a month, but we decided to just release these all at once. I hope you guys appreciate that. And also, we changed our mic setup quite a bit around quite a bit. Yeah. So it would really mean a lot to us if you leave a comment down below and tell us what you think, if it's better or worse. And then, depending on what the comments say, we will adjust our mic system accordingly. And another thing I just want to quickly touch on, because I don't think this has been said yet, and I'm not too worried about the length of this video, so I feel like I can say a few updates for all of you who are interested. And trust me, there will be some Rise of the Beast review. You can just skip to that point in time. Nope. Probably just a minute or two ahead. That was very unfortunate. Yeah. But if you wanna just get right to the review, you can probably just skip a couple minutes ahead, or skip to around 3 minutes, I would say, maybe 2:30, because we're at 150 right now. We are in the process of ordering a capture card. It won't be here for the next several videos we record, because hopefully tonight we do record several more videos. We already talked about our last installment of this series, I guess you could say, or of this review. Yes. And our last review of Rise of the Beasts and our Nintendo Direct, blind react. But we also want to film some other videos tonight as well. So, but we won't have a capture card for anything we film tonight. Hopefully, after that point, we will. And yeah, so hopefully the quality of the videos will be much better and much more consistent. We also are hoping to go onto a more consistent upload schedule, just like once monthly. Like after this series and after the Nintendo Direct. And one last announcement, because I know I said skip 3 minutes, it's 3 minutes right now. One last announcement. This is very big news. Calipros Gaming and Arrows Games are officially splitting up. We will not be posting the same videos on both channels anymore. So any and all videos with only Arrows in it, or Arrows is the main, like a video featuring one of us, will be on his channel, and everything else will be on Calipros if it has the rest of us. And I'm sorry to bore you to death. Channel. Right, and possibly Morph's channel, and hopefully my channel sometime in the future. I know that was all very boring. Thank you for listening if you did. If not, then it's around 4 minutes right now, and this is when we start talking about the second part of this installment, and that is the plot. So I'm going to go ahead and let the other two speak first, because I'm probably going to take up the majority of the time here. Sure. And one more thing, I already asked you guys to drop a comment to ask us about our mic system, or to review our mic system. That would be very much appreciated. Please do. But also, please comment if you like these reviews, and if you do, or even if you don't, or if you do, I guess, do you like them split up in separate videos like this, which are shorter, or do you like just one big, more focused, or less focused, more broad video? Please let us know. And without further ado, I'm going to give it over to Morph. He's going to go ahead and talk first, if no one objects. That's fine. And yeah, here is his thoughts on the plot. I do want to make one thing clear. Spoiler alert, we will not be holding back on spoilers.
Yeah.
So, just be aware of that. Now you have been warned.
Spoiler on spoilers.
Alright, let's get it.
Alright, so you guys already know that we're doing this plot. Alright, so basically this is gonna be a breakdown since I'm the first one talking. I don't want them to say anything. Because
Well, that's kind of rude.
That would make a very long video.
Yeah, I would.
I'm gonna be brain dead in this game for a couple of seconds.
It's alright, we all are being brain dead.
Yeah, it's kind of been
I'm
crying.
talking.
I'm just throwing out moves.
Alright, so
As a big fat monkey.
So obviously I'm gonna split them up into acts. Act 1 is the very beginning. Act 2 is basically the middle. There's a lot more action, but we already
Compared to the first scene, by the way.
Yeah.
Compared to the first scene. Just to clarify.
Not scene.
Excuse me, yes.
Act, yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna talk about the full scene first. Because act. Goodness, kid. Olympian.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so first act.
Goodbye. Oh. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay.
So basically,
Oh god.
Well,
No way.
basically in the first scene, it introduces everyone.
well, obviously.
Obviously,
Yeah.
but some movies it doesn't, and it waits until like Act 500.
No. Holy percent, man. What can I say?
Holy percent.
Oh, well, not anymore. That's why.
Okay, so Act 1. There is a little action at the front, very beginning, and you will hear about that if you watch the action commentary. But the plot really picks up in Act 2, but in Act 1, there's a little of major things that happen.
Random? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, in Act 1, it explains what the heck is happening. Now, because I do not know anything about movies, I did not understand a lot of it.
Okay, get me out of that.
Basically, a lot of character build-up. It was actually really fun to watch, but not the main action, obviously. Not the main attraction. Warning, there are some racist jokes.
Kind of.
Kinda, yeah. Also,
But
some
it
very,
doesn't really-
definitely love sexual jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
you're warned. Okay.
Hey, it's a hard PG-13, but... Or not a hard
It's,
PG-13.
yeah, it's not that bad.
But it's a PG-13.
There's definitely some stuff. Like, if you know, you know.
So, parents be warned, if you are planning to watch this with the kids, for the most part, the jokes will go over their head.
Yes.
Just...
Yeah, because, like...
For younger audiences, the jokes will go over their head, and the only thing... There is no gory violence.
No, it's all robots because of Transformers.
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing I really want to point out is the character development in the first act. Obviously, it can be a little slow at first, but you really get to know the bad guy, the main character, but like, you don't find out a lot.
That's true.
It really spans into the whole movie. So, again, I want to say that there will be spoilers because, it's kind of hard not to spoil a movie when you're reviewing it. You know.
Well, the plot, when you're reviewing the plot, like
Especially in the plot, yeah.
when you're reviewing the action, like I think I said one spoiler, and I did give a spoiler warning for that.
That's true.
That is your own fault if you got spoiled or got that spoiled for you and you didn't want to, because I gave a spoiler warning. So, yeah, don't come after me, bitch. Yeah, I will be aggressive. Anyways.
Alright, back to the plot. So,
Yes, back to plot. Back to plot.
Of course, it introduces everyone except for
Oh,
the
fuck me.
Transformers.
That was really loud.
They're not really in the first act. I mean, it gets. What?
Nothing. Goodbye.
So basically, in the first act, it tells about this family.
That being the main character's family, by the way.
Yeah, that being the main character family because.
Bro, you're too high percent for me to get follow-ups. Damn it.
Because they aren't really essential except for the brother. He's really a good inspiration.
Good shit on. Oh, you didn't die. Goodbye.
Oh, dang it. Oh.
Looks good. Kicking off this next match. And then you get into
Well, sorry guys.
Act
Yeah.
2.
Technical difficulties.
Act 2 is a lot more action-packed. And it tells more about the Transformers.
I think it's kind of a mix.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It tells more about the story, which I really like.
Hell yeah, we love our story. Here, let me. Yeah, there you
But,
go.
like, it goes in depth, if you know what I'm meaning. At the beginning of Act 2...
Oh, hell yeah. Hells yeah.
There is this part where, yeah, there's not a lot of action yet, but you get to meet all the Transformers that will be in the movie.
For the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
You meet every Transformer by the second act. There
Yes.
are no surprise Transformers, and
Except for this
I
one.
don't give a shit if that's a spoiler or not. I gave a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
A very explicit spoiler warning. Whoops, I'm sorry guys for rocking the camera there. I gave a very explicit spoiler warning. Your own damn fault.
Dang.
I'm being serious because people will come after me for that.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
So if you watch the movie, you can see parents. This is one of the inappropriate jokes I'm about to talk about.
Is it the one?
Oh.
It's the one, as we all call it. It's so basically he's well.
We're more
not
than
really-
bros now.
He's not really introducing. The little brother found out about the Transformer. And the brother named Simon. No. What was his name?
Noah?
Chris.
Noah.
No,
No.
the brother was
Noah
the
and
younger
the
brother
brother's
was
name was Chris,
the older
Yes.
was
and
Noah.
apparently screwed the mother because she never was given a name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at least none that was.
Explicit
She wasn't a
names.
very important character in the
No,
story, to the
but
story,
she-
anyways.
But she did
Excuse me.
She-
give a couple.
She literally appears in 2 scenes.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
Some of the scenes will actually help.
yeah, but like she appears in the second scene she's in. She appears in for a grand total of literally
1 second.
literally 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like that's not an
A
under
whopping 3
exaggeration.
seconds.
But another thing. So if you want to cover your child's ear, this is one of the most inappropriate I could say, like
Yeah,
with
probably.
so intolerant.
But it probably will go straight over their heads.
It is a freaking
Yeah.
joke, man. It's been a while.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the joke is like he's introducing because now he's like, okay, he's seen the robot. He got
Noah is introducing Mirage
Chris.
to Chris, just to
Yes.
clarify.
Yes.
And then
Stage again.
he goes, he says, Mirage is a wolf
What am I
friend,
doing?
which obviously, I mean,
It's kind of true.
yeah, it's true.
There's some
And
truth
then,
there.
and then the Mirage says, wolf friends, you've been in me.
You've been inside me,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because Noah
He's
was
just
trying
like, we're
to,
more than that. You've been inside me.
because was attempting to steal the call that Mirage's call. I could say that because like he was.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it didn't work, and
Right.
it was hilarious. So the call started driving himself, and he was totally freaked out. So yeah, he's been inside him, but not in the text contents.
That you dirty-minded freaks somehow been thinking.
It was super
Oh, that
funny.
would be funny.
So yeah, it was a funny moment. Again, this plot does have some really funny moments.
Yeah.
All right, and for your total scoring.
There's some comedy.
Totals? No, I didn't get to Act 3.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
My bad.
Act 3 is action-packed. There's almost no stop from the action.
Yeah, Action 3. It has a lot of wind up to it, but once you get through that wind up, there is a bunch of payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
not my segment. Not my segment.
Yeah. So there's no non-stop action, which was built up really good. Except for like one fight that we talked about in the action.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because it is part of the action.
Goodbye. Almost died to that.
How am I still alive?
So
Don't jinx it, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going
It's-
to.
so it's fun. And then Act 3, Mirage, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
We've already given that.
Yeah,
Don't-
it's fine.
don't even worry about that.
But I'm giving you a spoiler alert, so if you don't want the spoil, end the video. Because there's a lot of spoilers.
Yeah, I mean.
Bumblebee, he dies as Caleb so kindly said in the
Yeah.
action. And then it was also like pretty funny. Because he drops in like, I'm gonna kick some ass.
No, he literally said, "I'm here to kick some ass."
Yeah.
It was a reference to the drive-in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was hilarious. We all started laughing at that point. Because, it's meant to be funny.
Haha. Now we're just talking about the comedy. See, we actually got to talk about the plot, though.
Yeah.
Like,
And
the
then-
comedy will have its own section in the miscellaneous
And then
section.
they beat
Good idea.
I'm about to say Saboteur. That's a whole different show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Son of a bitch. I started talking
Goodbye.
about a different show, but what was his name
Surge.
Surge?
again?
Storm Surge? Surge?
Uh,
Crimson Storm Surge? Go check him out, by the way. Please. Do everybody a favor and go check him out and subscribe. Anyways, back from promo.
Alright.
I've already done enough in this
Yeah.
video. Damn it. Anyways.
So
No.
I mean, honestly,
It's okay. It's okay.
I got you.
honestly, like, it's no surprise that the Transformers and the Beast team up with humans, and they beat the enemy. I mean,
Whoa.
that happens in every single movie, honestly. Unless there's a, like, direct sequel, then...
This is not a direct sequel. This
They do
is a
beat the enemy,
prequel.
but that's not the whole story.
It's
You have to watch it. Yeah.
This story
Yeah.
takes place after Bumblebee, like significantly,
Yeah.
or a significant time gap between Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts, and then
Yes.
the first Transformers takes place. I haven't seen the first Transformers. I don't know how it works. Nobody's spoiled for me.
Will not.
Honestly, I've never seen any other Transformers. Except when I was really little and me and my dad watched 5 minutes and turned it off because of the profanity.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
out of 10, what's your rating on plot?
Plot, I gotta give an 8 out of 10.
That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty high. Yeah.
Because, again, there is some flaws in the plot.
Obviously, yeah.
I mean,
it's a Transformers movie.
in any movie, there is some flaws.
I'd argue against that, but I feel like there are a select.
There's probably
I feel like there are a select few movies
So,
that are
8 out of 10.
completely perfect.
And I'm gonna hand it off to Eros.
Alright, so.
Hold on. Can I do a little segue?
Yes, you can.
This is by far going to be the longest video, and
Yeah.
I don't care how long it's going to be. But it's going to be at least a half hour probably, because we got to get through Eris's takes. I'm sure it's going to be a lot less time than Morph's here.
Yeah,
But,
they covered every.
I'm going to spend a pretty decent amount of chunk, and I'm not going to go act by act, but I am going to spend a decent amount of chunk, or a decent chunk of time talking about like some of the flaws, some of the things I thought I did really well, etc., etc. But we'll get watch the video and get to that point.
So, I would say starting on Act 1, there was it was. So the very beginning was very action focused. I would say, like at the very beginning. It was
very
not too long.
beginning.
It was not too long. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking.
Oh,
yes.
It was
Yes,
probably
yes,
like
yes,
5
yes.
minutes, and it was just very much action. It basically explained what was going on and like why there was this whole battle and everything, and so that like didn't really add to the plot, but it was still a fun piece to just watch.
I mean, it was very necessary to the context of the movie.
Yes, it was.
Especially with somebody having no idea what the hell they were watching.
I mean, yeah, if they didn't even know the name or something, that would be very useful.
I knew
Obviously.
Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. I thought Bumblebee was the main character of Transformers, so it's obviously Optimus.
It's
I'm
obviously,
aware of that now.
I mean.
But I thought it was Bumblebee. Okay, he was the only one I knew for a long time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways,
Okay, moving on. So, still in Act
Ooh.
1, I would say the plot was kind of like, it was okay. It helped build the story, I'd say, but definitely watching it the first time, it was a little bit boring, and it was a bit confusing.
again, you were also very tired, though.
Yes,
So
it was a bit confusing, I would say, because you immediately went from this whole action thing that was with the Transformers to randomly being seeing these two people that you don't even know that haven't done anything with the Transformers, and you don't know anything about them. So that did help build, your knowledge about them. So obviously that helps with the story later. But in the first run, it's a little bit weird.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
Have you seen any other Transformers movies?
I have seen Bumblebee. That's it.
Okay. That's right. I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because then I feel like if you have, that's really going to affect how you
That's
think
true.
about the plot. Because I feel like this was definitely geared for people like me and Morph,
Yeah.
who were first-time watchers. And like
That's true.
I think that it did that job phenomenally, I will say.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So just wanted to
Yeah.
just curious.
I'd say, okay, now I'm going to go on to Act 2, which is like, there was more action, but I'd still say it's a lot of just building it, obviously, because, I mean, there's
Story building,
climax and
or
everything.
world building, I mean.
Yeah, there's rising action, climax, all that stuff. So, obviously, there's a little bit of action. Actually, there was quite a lot for just, like, being in the middle of the movie, just, like, for Act 2. I thought there was quite a lot, and the action obviously was great. But talking about the plot, so with the plot in Act 2, I'd say that was actually a lot better, just because there was more of a mix between obviously plot and action, which really made it more interesting too. And there was like more to it, and you knew like who the people were, and like it actually introduced the Transformers again, so that was very useful to the story, and I really liked that. It's probably the best for plot, honestly. Just, yeah. And then Act 3, a lot of action, not much plot. One thing I did like about the plot, though, in Act 3 was the bond between Noah and Mirage at the end. Because this might be a little bit of a spoiler, but Mirage...
We've already established that like 5 times now.
I know, but I was just going to say it real quick. But yeah, Mirage does...
no more warnings for real this time.
Mirage does what we think to be die, basically. And there's this really cool bond between Mirage and Noah at the end.
Move this back real quick.
Where...
Sorry, viewers.
Yeah, you're good. But where Mirage, like, actually, like, makes kind of a human suit for Noah. It's pretty interesting, pretty cool. And I really like that part about it. It really kept the bond together and really helped the plot. Also,
sorry, in advance, viewers, I'm getting up.
Noah did, like, revive Mirage near the end, which was really cool. So that's basically all I have. I'm going to say my overall rating for the plot would have to be a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah.
So
Can you
Like,
guys?
it was kind of good, but like
You guys can fill up with more of your, or fill the video up with more of your thoughts. I will be back momentarily.
Okay.
If I can ever get out of this thing that we made. All right, I'll be back.
All right.
And
No.
you guys can continue. But I have a very in-depth compared to the other two. I have a lot more to say about, like, especially about like certain aspects. All right, guys, I'm back live once more. I just want to say, by the way, you've got low battery. I just want to say, I'm gonna pretty much disagree with everything you all have to say.
Okay.
So
That sounds great.
first thing, but you know, take my opinion with a grain of salt. Everybody, like,
Nope, I messed it up.
Yep. Hold on a second, we'll cut back in just a moment. So, first thing I want to point out. First thing I want to point out is that for a action movie, this movie was very plot eccentric. Like, it was very plot focused.
That's true.
Which I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now. I think it worked very, very well. Like I said, I think that if I had watched another Transformers movie before, especially like one of the quote unquote good ones that people like actually like really like, such as like Bumblebee, like you had said, but especially like the first couple Transformer movies, then my opinion of the plot would have greatly differed. But I couldn't tell you. I know somebody who loves Transformers. He loved this movie with all of his heart and all of his soul. So I just want to say though, like, this is very plot focused, and I think it worked out, especially for a first time. Oh, that's a spike. It's a very strong spike. I don't know why I didn't die.
Yeah. That's
Well, I tough guy through that shit. Never mind. It's just, I don't know. But you can bucket that. But I don't know. Here's the thing, right? Is everybody has their own preferences, and I really like a good story. What?
I was saying you had to die from that. Come on.
Okay,
You
yeah.
didn't.
Well, I'm a fat boy. I'm the heaviest guy in the game.
That's true. I'm the strongest guy in the game, for sure.
Not quite. You have some of the strongest moves in the game.
Yeah,
especially like reflected at the teledamage. But I don't know. Very plot-centric, but I really like this movie. And its plot. I guess that's kind of spoilers for our general